everybody, what's happening? Mark here. So this week, the boys and I are on vacation, but you know what? We didn't want to leave y'all hanging with no episode on a Monday, so we reached into our Patreon bonus audio content catalog, which you can check out at patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. And we found something that was kind of fun that we thought, you know what? Let's release this to the main feed. We think the good folks over here are going to enjoy it. So, yeah, sometimes for Patreon, I put Rob in a corner and I make him talk about things like the hairy hands of Dartmoor. And sometimes I get my ways just by throwing an article at him that he hasn't read yet and saying, here you go, buddy, we're doing it. So thank you to everyone that supports us on Patreon. It means the world to us. We hope you all enjoy this bonus audio. And if you're not signed up for Patreon and you're interested, again, you can check it out at patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. $1 is the shout out in the bonus audio, one bonus audio, and the $5 is the shout out in the 4 bonus audios. And these are always released on a Sunday morning, and then the proper pod comes out on a Monday. So you get the back-to-back triple crypto boys happening for you on a Sunday and a Monday. So there you have it. Thank you all again so very much for your continued support, Patreon and non-Patreon. We appreciate it all. Y'all are the best. Without you, we would not be doing this show. And without further ado, Christopher Q. That creepy music. Welcome to the Cryptonaut Podcast Patreon edition. My name is Mark Storrs, and with me, as always, is
Tazbon.
Yes, the best /worst super ever. We'll tell that story in a second. And you are good, sir.
Chard Dillingham.
Nice.
I respect Chard Dillingham.
Dillingham.
Yes. So I picked up Chris today from his sister's house because he's having some work done on his apartment, and we were talking about, I believe, maintenance men and landlords, and then you came up with, what was the guy's name again?
Tazbon.
Tazbon.
It's not even close, but
it's fucking hilarious.
He's got a normal name. It's just like Eric or something.
Definitely the drummer of a 70s glam band.
Tazbon. Totally. For sure. Yeah, no, so thank you all so very much for joining us. The Patreon edition. All right, man, I get it. Halloween came and went, but you know what? We're still fucking celebrating.
Well, it's November 1st.
It is.
I mean, it's not like we're way out of the shadow of the ween.
No,
yeah.
we're still here.
The ween literally just happened.
Samhain's loom cast deep into November,
yes,
as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, although I believe I'm taking down the Halloween decorations and getting ready to put the Christmas ones up.
In November?
Well, I'm looking at it more of like a job. So I don't want to wait for it to get super cold and super like shitty out, because then I got to climb on my metal roof when it's all icy and fucked up. So if I get things in place ahead of time, I'm actually beating Christmas.
All right, there you go.
That way, then I'm kind of already projecting myself past Christmas, and then I'm on to whatever holiday I have to do next. Yes.
Interesting.
Well, Halloween.
Yeah,
right, next Halloween.
Yeah, we all know that I shut my year down after.
Yeah, well, there's Arborween, Memorial Ween. There's a lot of weens.
Oh, right, July of Ween.
Yeah.
July Ween.
St. Weenie's Day.
Yeah.
Though surprisingly, I took the kids out, and you're going to hear about this in tomorrow's episode. Took the kids out in the kind of the area that we normally go to, which is pretty jumping, wasn't super jumping. But I will say this: the people that participated offered an ample amount of candy.
Absolutely.
The candy amount was kind of ridiculous. So we may not have been
No
the
such
fucking,
thing.
I was shocked when I had to carry the bag, because poor little Evelyn couldn't carry it because it was so heavy. I was like, oh, wow, you made out. And there's a couple of full-size fucking candy bars in there.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, some people are fucking doing
Some
it.
people have the spirit. Some
They
people
know the deal. They know the deal.
By the bug.
Yeah, exactly.
There's two types of people. There's people that remember what it's like to be a kid, and they full fucking force love Halloween.
Yep.
There's grumpy-ass old motherfuckers that lost all joy of youth, and they don't give fucks.
Right.
And that's it.
And they don't turn their lights on.
They don't turn their lights on.
Or they turn them off at 7 o'clock, one of the two.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Commit to the ween,
my
man.
bag of candy is gone. You got to have enough candy for everybody.
You have to have a kid in your heart
Yeah.
to feed other kids
An actual kid in your heart.
candy.
That's
Yes, an actual child.
I've
in your
installed
heart.
a small child. It's a fetus, basically. It'll never come to fruition.
that's some Clive Barker shit.
Yeah.
You got a kid in your
Definitely.
heart?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really, That's a weird, fucked up, like monkey paw tail
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
it's-
where there's just a fucking
It's
little
like one
baby.
of those parasitic twins, except it just it feeds on my blood, and I let it live there so I can continue to love Halloween. It's the trade.
God, all right.
You have
well,
one too. You just don't know.
No, I have not gotten in touch
Baby
with
heart.
my inner baby heart thing happening. Continuing on with our spooky Halloween traditions here, we are dealing with UK's most haunted village, and it boasts one ghost for every 89 residents. And
That is so specific.
Wow, all right.
I'm apologizing to everyone that just clicked on this link in the Patreon because this is on the express.co.uk, and goddamn it, this site is infuriating, but fuck them, we're doing it.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're right.
It's locked and loaded.
Fuck them. We're totally giving them free exposure, reading their shit, and making you link to it.
Exactly.
This is by Charlie Pittock, which I like.
Nice.
A village in Kent, which once earned a spot in the Guinness Book of Records as most haunted, allegedly boasts one ghost sighting. Oh, that's even more for every 89
interesting.
residents. With Halloween just around the corner, pumpkins are popping up everywhere, carved with scary grimaces. The tradition of dressing up and celebrating on October 31st each year is believed to have originated from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. People would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. One picturesque village in the English countryside seemingly drew the short straw when it came to attracting ghosts. Pluckley. That's British.
Pluckley.
The village.
Okay, thank you.
The village
I
of
think.
Pluckley.
Pluckley. Thank
Pluckley.
you. Pluckley. A village around 5 miles or 8 kilometers west of Ashford in Kent has been dubbed the most haunted in the UK. Pluckley, I've been corrected, boasts more ghost sightings per person than any other village in the country, according to Kent Live. In the 2011 census, Pluckley had a population of 1,069.
Yeah, nice.
And that equates to one ghost per anyone's guess, because they've only mentioned it 6 times.
Per every resident.
Per fucking every 89 residents.
Yeah, they
Come on,
all
dude.
have seen the
Not
fucking
one
ghost.
per resident. The Mirror, however, contrasting Kent Live, how dare you, the Mirror,
no.
reported last year that the village is home to 15 ghosts, or one per every 71 residents.
They lost people?
Well, either they lost people living there or gained ghosts. Or the people
yeah.
died and remained as ghosts, ergo.
If you die and become a ghost and then your buddy sees you, does that count? It does.
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Okay, just I don't know. I don't know the
In
laws.
what world does that not count?
Yeah,
I
what do you
don't
mean?
know the laws.
If you die and become a ghost and someone sees you, no matter who they are, you are a ghost,
You're
and
a
it's a
ghost,
sighting.
and they're a person.
Sounds like you're double dipping. Could be. Kind of a double dip.
Well,
you
you
know?
mean, were you counted like in the same census of
Yeah.
ghost to human
Like
relationship?
I saw Chris. He died yesterday. Whoa. He counts.
Yeah, he still counts because he died yesterday.
Right.
I mean,
I
he
count
did,
as a
thankfully.
human the day before, and now I don't. I'm a ghost. So now I count as a ghost.
Yeah, there's nothing shady about that math.
I think there's a conspiracy afoot. Continue, please.
Oh, what, people die and become ghosts? Conspiracy.
See, just making this way harder than it needs to be.
It has been the location for a series of supernatural television programs, including Most Haunted and Ghostly Legends. It was also the setting for an ITV drama series, The Darling Buds of May, starring David Jason and Catherine Zeta-Jones. The Darling Buds of May.
I do like
I don't-
Catherine
ugh.
Zeta-Jones. She's cool.
Yeah. Local resident Julie Halliday told Kent Online of one particular spirit in 2019. Let me scroll down 80,000 pictures to get to it. She spoke of a young girl called Elizabeth, believed to have been plastered into the walls of the Black Horse pub by her evil nanny. Oh, there's so many things I need to know about Elizabeth, her nanny.
Plastered.
I mean,
The
what-
Black Horse pub and the plastering of a child.
when you need to get rid of a kid, you put them behind sheetrock and just, get your fucking mud and tape and you plaster them up and you're
I
like,
guess so.
okay, like, help. Like, no one hears you.
Yeah, that's some post shit there.
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
So she goes on to say, a lot of people say their hair gets pulled. A medium told us it's because she gets bored and is mischievous.
Or she's still in the wall.
Or she's still. Can you imagine, like, ghost hands just dig it out of the wall, yank the hair, yank hard. You're like, come on, Elizabeth.
It's like one of those things.
Relax.
You gotta,
Yeah.
You gotta break the wall down and free the body.
Free the body, save
Yeah.
the soul.
Hey, there you go.
Save the body, free the soul.
There it is.
I don't know how it works.
One of the two.
I used to leave a doll out for her, but since we've had new owners and different staff over the years, the doll has been removed, and she plays up. I'm assuming plays up means acts out, but I don't know.
That's
for
what
sure.
it seems.
So the
but-
doll was keeping her content.
Placated,
Okay,
yeah.
cool, sweet.
I believe in the stories and have seen things for myself. Too many things to have happened over the years for it not to be true. The Black Horse used to be a farmhouse surrounded by a moat and belonged to the local bailiff. It is famous for things apparently disappearing from right before people's eyes, then turning up again a few days later.
Oh.
Like
Moat farm. I don't know.
Yeah, a moat farm doesn't sound like it's easy to maintain.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess you keep the horse and
How big is the moat? It's
the
got to
cow
be pretty
in.
big to keep people away. It's a whole thing.
Or is it just like
it's
to
just a
trap
small little
animals?
water thing. Really, it doesn't have to be huge.
Oh, for animals? That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like fending off the fucking barbarian hordes.
Yeah, this is not the Dark Ages. Like, it doesn't have to be like a fucking
It just seems like a weird
quarter-mile moat, like fucking
Not
with a
quarter mile,
drawbridge.
but like enough where someone can't jump and like, ha, I'm over your moat. Well, the moat's pointless.
Do you think shaming people for the size of their moats was a common
I've defeated
pastime?
your moat, Black Horse.
If I was to put a moat around my house, it would definitely not be jumpable by a person, because that would defeat the purpose of the moat. If they
Even a
could
long
jump it.
jumper, like an
make it
Olympic
jumpable.
long jumper.
I can't contend with the power of the Olympics.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Well, that's why you build a wall.
I'd have to.
Dude, I'd make it like just 2 feet long so you could easily jump over it, but I'd have a drawbridge. I'd have a little fucking bridge. It'd be like
tiny bridge.
a fucking bell you'd have to ring, a big fucking bell.
And have like shit carp in there.
and then
None
I'd
of those
come out-
fancy koi fish.
a big
shit
pulley
carp.
system for this tiny fucking bridge. And
Elaborate, takes 7 minutes to lower.
Wait,
Little
when we turn on
tiny
the
thing.
loud squeaky sound. We just do it really slow.
Oh god.
It's just one step.
All right. Well, I'm gonna work on my moat this summer when I start my year back up.
I'll be glad to drink while you're doing it. I'll give you moral support.
Excellent.
Another local resident, Liz Windham, told the publication her young niece had once, quote, sat up in bed and pointed at a pretty lady who wasn't there. Fright Corner, wow, that's a name.
Right
Okay.
corner.
One of Pluckley's more notorious spots has regular ghost sightings. No shit, Sherlock.
Why would they? It's not
And
like
it looks so nondescript in the picture. It's like, oh yeah, Pluckley's infamous Fright Corner, but it's just like a corner with a tree. It's actually really bucolic and pretty.
it's kind of cool though if you're hanging out there.
This
You're like,
day it is.
Yeah,
dude,
you're
if
right.
you're
I
like,
don't know. There's a scary sign over there.
if you're like, we're going to
payoff.
Fright Corner to fucking hang out tonight, dude.
Oh, we totally do that.
Yeah.
When we were kids,
You're gonna go like meet chicks and shit there. Like,
we'd be
"Yo,
drinking
what's up?"
40s at Fright Corner.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
And you're like, where's
100%.
Rob? He's at Fright Corner. We used to hang out at Three Steps, and now it's Fright Corner.
That's true.
Sounds way cooler than Three Steps.
Yeah, because they
sure.
aren't haunted. I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's not a corner either.
Or were they?
It's
Yeah, fair.
There you
a
go.
fright stage.
Yeah, no.
That'd be dope.
Terror Crete.
weird
Right.
stage.
It's just a pile of concrete and nothing.
Right in the
Yeah.
middle of downtown, right next to the police station.
Yeah. Not
Where they find your bodies conveniently close.
yes.
A highwayman is believed to have taken his last breath there in the 18th century. He reportedly got into a fight with the village's peacekeepers, the coppers.
No, no.
They pinned him to an oak tree, which stood in the same place until very recently. That's a little disappointing. It's gone. Those who claim to have seen the ghost report a reenactment of their sword fight, always with the same outcome. Just a short walk away from Fright Corner is the chillingly named Screaming Woods.
Dude, if you're hanging out at
man.
Fright Corner, but you're like, we're gonna go smoke weed in fucking
Well, you
Screaming
have
Woods,
to smoke
yeah.
weed in Screaming
Meet you in
Woods.
Screaming Woods. I'm going to Fright Corner.
Dude,
Jesus
this-
Christ.
See you at Scream Hell Boulevard.
I'm gonna go to Terror Hut later and see fucking dope. Like,
Christ.
I mean, this play, look, they're fucking embracing it. They're naming shit for things like, there's a man who was nailed to an oak tree and you can still see the fight to this day. And it never ends. Like, it's the same fucking outcome. Although one time, what if it changes? Then what?
That'd be. I'd love it if it changed.
That would be
Just
Holy
my
fuck! I won. Just can I move on?
Holy shit.
Do I see the light? Where's the light?
I
Did
bet
I
it was
win?
the 18th
Pretty
century.
sure I just won.
Yeah, the 18th century, and I'm finally fucking won.
Other ghost is like psych.
Gotcha.
It's like, fuck.
Stab.
Yeah.
Everyone's pissed.
dick move.
Worst Twilight Zone
Dick move
ever.
at Fright Corner.
The worst Twilight Zone. Oh, God. All right.
Some brave souls choose to spend the night camped under the canopy despite the numerous reports of the sounds of screaming being heard after dark.
Now, if you're
No, that's the
camping,
Blair Witch shit.
yeah, if you're going to Scream Woods and you're across the street from fucking Fright Corner and you're just hearing screams, I mean, you're at that point you've committed.
Yeah.
You've made a life decision.
But
like, I'm going to do this.
I'm going to be a regular at Fright Corner. That's where you hang out with your friends. There's a little bit open. You get like a live reenactment of a fucking 18th century duel. There's a lot of dope shit happening at Fright Corner. When I'm hearing the intermittent shrieks from Screaming Hollow across the way, I don't feel any burning need to go in there and participate with that bullshit.
No, that's not
I'm
really.
a Fright Corner guy.
Yeah, it's not
That's
really.
me.
It's not fun to like. Okay, we're gonna camp out, and then there's distant screaming, because then you're just like, well, now at Fright Corner, there's no screaming. There's just a reenactment.
Maybe you like the screaming. It's like fucking Yellowstone in Old Faithful. It's like you got to go once an hour of screaming.
Yeah,
But
you wait for the screaming.
But much like Old Faithful in real life, I'd want to see that from an enjoyable distance, not a scalding proximity.
Yes.
So again, I'm staying out of
close to
screaming
it.
forest here.
I mean, and how many people are going to probably be camping in like Screaming Woods?
Well, everyone that wants to
probably
like
a
prove
lot.
something to their friends, like every 14-year-old, like 3 14-year-olds, you got to have a group that wants to like show off at fucking school the next
impress
week.
the chicks, dude.
Probably
Yeah.
full of Twitch kids.
Oh my god!
Hey, I'm in Fright Corner in the Screaming Woods today.
You mean TikTok, or they're at wait?
No, live streaming on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
All
I
right,
thought
gotcha.
you were talking about fucking kids that had tics or something like Tourette's. I was like, what are you doing, man?
No. Twitch is a streaming platform. Yes,
Twitch kids.
That was
Okay.
recently hacked, so be sure to change your password.
There
Okay,
it is.
Perfect.
The Mirror reported that, these to be the sounds of those who had died whilst getting lost in the misty woods.
It's the sound of the lost dead.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like help.
Well, they were the lost living.
Yeah.
Now they're just
I know,
lost
the
dead.
lost dead.
So I assume it's not post-death screams. It is just the pre-recorded screams of the paranoid living pre-death once they died. Or are they screaming after death because they're still lost? And
I'm
that
assuming they're
seems bad?
screaming after death because they're still lost.
probably.
Yeah.
That seems not fun.
No, it's a bummer.
Dickie Bus's Lane. That's my new favorite name.
Dickie Bus's
That's 2
Lane.
S's for the record. Dickie Bus's Lane, just a short walk from the local primary school.
Nice.
That's a problem.
Cool.
Is reported to be the home of a corpse of a teacher who hanged himself.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
big
That's
fun.
fucking
I feel like
dark.
he could have had a better
Pluckley.
fucking name than
Dickie
Yeah,
Bus.
Dickie-
Fright Corner, Screaming Woods.
And then Dickie
Bus
Bus
Lane.
Lane. Yeah, Dickie Bus Lane sucks. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but it's probably the most frightening of the 3. Like after you get through those 2, if you have the real moxie, if you have the chutzpah, you go to Dickie Bus's Lane. And
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the
fucking-
secret, really scary one?
Yeah, the horror just ensues. He is believed to have taken his own life, and his body was found several weeks later by Dickie, the miller, whom the lane is named after. So it's not even named after the suicidal teacher. Dickie Bus is just the miller.
Guy who found
He's
him,
hanging
yeah.
out, milling shit.
Okay, so Dickie the Miller. Oh, man, that's weird. Okay.
Some locals have, however, cast doubt on the stories. You don't say. A local butcher told Kent Online, quote, "I've been here for years and have never seen anything. It's all just stories people have made up," end quote.
Wow, just to be that
Wow.
dismissive.
Justify. Not even.
Right, guys?
He's pissed, exactly.
He's not
How
even.
dare he?
He's not even participating.
People keep fucking getting their meat at the local shop. They don't go to the butchery anymore. He's just being a dick. He's mad at Pluckley and its citizens, and he's not going to let them have their horror fun.
Typical skeptic.
Yeah.
Another added, quote, "It's a nice village, and these stories ruin it and give us the hassle we don't need." Oh, what's up, curmudgeon pants? I don't want kids here having fun. It's Halloween every day here, and I hate it.
I mean, you would think they would embrace it,
Yeah.
Like, they would just be like, "Yay, we're the most haunted town." They've got Scream Fright Corners and Scream Woods. Like, you could just incorporate all this shit and have a super fun time with it. And you'd make tourist dollars.
Yeah, look
Get
what
the
Salem
fucking
did.
money, yes.
You can make bank there.
Get the fucking money. Be the most
I don't know,
haunted
it's
town.
not as
Show
easy.
up.
I don't think they're not overtly as capitalistic as we are over
It's-
there.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
We're like, leave, get away.
I
yes,
would
this is my
rename the
perfect
place like
accent.
Pluckley Hollow. Fucking just redo
Yeah.
everything.
Make it a little falutin.
Yeah.
Fucking Axe Murderer's Lake. Fuck
God,
yeah.
everything,
Yeah. Something
yeah.
sweet.
Blood Dick Pond.
Blood Dick Pond?
Don't go into the city council meeting of renaming with that one.
Like,
That'll be on the
I got
long
one.
list. It'll
Jesus
be way
Christ.
deep. It'll be deep. I'll
hey
hide
guys,
that one.
I got one. Blood Dick Pond.
Yeah.
They're going to be like,
Not if they want to rebrand.
No one's going to go swimming there. That's how you keep the kids out.
maybe they just need to, Chris has an idea here with rebranding. Maybe they just need to get a good branding company behind them, and they can really push this forward. And you could make it'd be a fun fucking time if the curmudgeon-y butcher would stop fucking bumming everybody out and being like, it's not real. Brr. Like, dude, just fucking simmer, dude.
There's pricks galore in that town, and they don't want Halloween fun. They celebrate Halloween in Great Britain, England specifically.
I'm assuming they do. We have English listeners. What up? Y'all know who you are out there. And they were all dressed up doing their shit.
So yeah. So come on, Pluckley.
Yeah.
Stop fucking around.
Fucking get with it. All right.
Criminals.
Hey everybody, Mark here. We just wanted to take a moment to tell you about our good buddy, Mr. Todd Purse. He recently launched the Create Magic Podcast. This is a daily audio microdose of weird art and the inspiration behind the illustrations that Todd posts each morning. Creativity and the paranormal meet for 5 minutes a day to kickstart the whimsy and weirdness in your world. That podcast is available on Spotify, so be sure to go over there and follow it. And again, that is a daily podcast. It's super awesome. It's really cool to get some insight into the work that Todd's been doing, so be sure to check that out. You can also check out Todd's comic series, Personal Folklores, with issues 1 through 4 available now at CreateMagicStudios.com, where he also has some really cool posters and shirts and prints available. So be sure to head over there, check that out. The links for that will be in the description of this podcast. You can also support Todd on Patreon at patreon.com/CreateMagicStudios. Be sure to check that out. He's got some really cool daily art happening over there. He's got a lot of different stuff he's offering, folks. So again, Mr. Todd Purse, Create Magic Studios, our dude. Check it out, and let's get back to the show. Well,
we have a
Robert,
second story.
We do, yes. I'm moving on to the link here as the express.co.uk sucks all of the resources from my MacBook Pro.
Yeah, it almost froze my shit.
Drives it.
I had it all set, and he fucking
literally
bogged it up.
just drives it into the ground. So bad, as a matter of fact, that I'm going to close this window out because it is unacceptable the amount of fucking shit this thing loads. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click that fucking link again, and here we go. Again, keeping with the spooky Halloween themes here, because we're not going to let it fucking die in our hearts.
You're like a teacher reading through the papers. Yeah, you're about to give out because we're not going to let it die in our hearts. And Phil, will you pass these back?
Yeah, I'm literally trying to fucking click on this thing, and it won't let me click on it. So here we go. Okay, yeah, now we got it. Now we're doing it.
Now we're cooking with oil.
We got the Halloween. We got
the Halloween. See you next week.
It fucking skipped, and it keeps trying to load this. That's an awful fucking ad. Oh, my God. It's like ringworm or something. Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God.
Halloween, the terrifying tale of hairy hands forcing drivers off UK roads.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that this is a legend I have been familiar with since my childhood. Is this some Dartmoor shit?
Yes, this is actually, this is it. So, Robert.
One of these days I was actually going to do this, but no. No, this is going to be half of a Patreon now.
There you go.
Because Halloween won't end. Oh, guess who brought us this one? Charlie Piddick.
He's back. He's on the scene,
He must be on the Halloween beat for these guys.
He's just all spooky and shit with his little fucking...
He's probably in like a little dark corner of the office in his little cubicle all gothed out.
He's got a cape. His fucking dope cape.
Oh, dim lighting and rubber bats.
He's doing it.
All right, Charlie. We're on your team here.
All right.
Drivers have reported being forced off Dartmoor roads by quote-unquote hairy hands that reach out and grab the steering wheel or handlebars of bikes in a spooky story that has resurfaced for Halloween.
Ooh.
Tens of thousands of trick-or-treaters will take to the streets this weekend to celebrate Halloween. Many people will be stocking up on sweets, decorating their homes, or adding the finishing touches to their costumes. We celebrate Halloween on October 31st each year, an event that dates back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Costumes were worn to fend off evil spirits as the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth. As far as spooky sightings go, few are as openly hostile towards people as the alleged hairy hands. The legend of the hairy hands originated from Post Bridge in Dartmoor on the road now known as, and this is terrifying, B3212.
They have a weird way of naming
too many things.
Roads.
Yeah.
I mean, we have like interstates and, like 690, 81, 41.
I mean, I was shitting on Pluckley, but fucking, come on. At least you've got like Scary Holes Manor and fucking.
Yeah,
right. Spooky Oopums fucking Crossroads.
Right. Crazy Dick Way.
Crazy Dick Way. My favorite. B3212.
Dick
right.
being the guy who discovered the way.
Oh,
Of course.
yes.
Yes.
Crazy.
No, everyone's
Yeah.
named Dick in that
Yeah,
town.
Yeah.
Crazy Dick.
Yeah,
Crazy
fucking
Dick. Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a dick and balls.
Well, just like,
That's what you
Dick
thought.
Pond.
You thought about just a dick walking down the way.
When it was acting all fucking nuts. Yeah, pun. There you
Right,
go.
Crazy Dick.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
you like that Crazy Dick?
Since around 1910, drivers and cyclists have reported numerous unusual incidents on the road that runs between Post Bridge and two bridges. It's odd that you are after the bridges before you get to the two bridges. That's a post bridge
It's a
reference.
bridge, yeah, it's
Okay,
after.
gotcha.
There it is. Legend has it that the victim's steering wheel or handlebars are suddenly gripped by a revolting pair of hairy, calloused hands that try their hardest to force drivers off the road and into the unforgiving ditches and verges.
So it's just like there's no.
That's just like a
There's
phantasmic
hands.
No, it's
hairy
yeah,
hands.
It's disembodied hands. They're always
Yeah.
drawn like Bigfoot hands, basically with like sharp claws.
Yeah.
but they could just be like super masculine, hairy, knuckled hands. Like I've only seen them in like children's books, like that. I mean, I remember reading about this literally in elementary school in some collection of like paranormal lore or whatever. And they're always drawn as these like super hairy monster hands that are cut off at the wrist, free floating, grabbing a steering wheel
That's just
and
odd.
yanking it.
Okay.
I don't know how accurate that is. Like, I would love to talk to an alleged eyewitness and see, is it just like really like some beefcake merchant marine type guy that's just
Right.
got super hairy knuckles, or is it like a monster ape fist? I just don't know.
Yeah, because if it's just like a, like if you see a dude with like super hairy hands, where you're like, whoa, do you got gloves? No, you just got super fucking hairy hands. Then all right, but if it's like you said, if it's some sort of like enormous, like I'm in my mind for some reason these like
Oh yeah, they're
enormous
stupid.
hands.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah, me
they're
too.
Like
I
the
picture
Hulk
them-
punching gloves.
Yes,
that
yeah.
came out.
exactly.
They're
Picture
like
like
that.
Green Lantern would make.
Yeah.
Like it's just gigantic fucking asshole hands.
Yeah, definitely bigger than average hands. But then again, they could just be ye ordinary hands. Who the fuck knows?
Ye ordinary
I'm
hands.
trying to get in the spirit. We're in England. The experiences remained nothing more than a local mystery until June 1921, when the hands allegedly claimed their first victim.
They committed murder.
Oh, they crossed the line.
Murder?
Way to go, hands.
Oh no.
Hope you're ready for some initials.
Okay.
Because E.H. Helby, medical officer at Dartmoor prison, was killed when he was unable to control his motorbike.
Not E.H. Helby.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The one and only.
Oh Jesus.
His two daughters were traveling in the sidecar and survived.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's a
poor
bummer.
kids.
Holy
I
fuck,
was
that
wondering where
sucks.
the eyewitnesses came from.
Yeah, I was like, how did they even know there was hairy hands?
They recalled hearing their father shouting at them to get off the bike as he wrestled to control it. Oh shit!
How do you get off the bike?
They
They
jump?
just took out. They jumped out of the sidecar.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you disconnect the sidecar and just go on your merry way?
I think
or
you leap. You
just
leap,
leap? Oh,
into the
Jesus.
fucking asphalt for dear life.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
No, and their knees suffered probably.
Yeah, that's
for a very long time.
You're gonna get super fucked up.
and,
All right.
and probably their emotions too. Their dad died.
Yeah, that's awful.
Just a matter of weeks after Helby had died, a coach driver reportedly lost control on the road and several passengers were thrown out of their seats. Coach being, I assume, a wagon
Horse?
led by horses. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or like Onondaga coach.
Yeah, that too. The
That-
bus.
okay, the
Yep.
bus. Okay,
there
cool.
it is.
Perfect.
The story first became known nationwide in August of the same year when an army captain reported his motorcycle had been forced off the road by a pair of, this time, invisible hands.
That's an act of war, technically, right?
That's an act of war.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's the British Army.
How do you know if they're invisible hands, though, if you can't see them?
Well, if something suddenly yanks, you can assume it's not an invisible ass sitting on your
It's
wheel.
just because it's
Sitting to the
well,
left.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's just an
It wasn't
assumption.
an invisible nose.
All right, fair. Invisible hands, I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm the problem. Okay.
It's wartime. Show your respect.
This is the heels of the war. It was clearly hands.
Okay, fine.
He told the local media at the time, quote, "It was not my fault. Believe it or not, something drove me off the road. A pair of hairy hands closed over mine. I felt them as plainly as I ever felt anything in my life. Large, muscular hands.
So they're
the
invisible.
hands of a lover.
They're-
The hands of the man I... No, I'm just kidding.
They're-
I'm adding that part, but large, muscular hands,
So
he did say.
he's driving, and then he can feel the large, hairy hands that are invisible over his
hands.
Oh, that's troublesome. Okay. All right, well.
He goes on to say, I fought them for all I was worth, but they were too strong for me. They forced the machine into the turf at the edge of the road, and I knew no more till I came to myself. Okay.
Okay.
He woke up,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Lying a few feet away on my face on the turf. I don't even know
I
what
don't
that
know
is.
what
That's,
that
is
was.
that
Are you a
vaguely-
pirate?
That's
What
a
are you
very
doing?
Maine seaman fisherman
Yeah,
accent.
you did like a full Blackbeard there for a second.
Arrgh, I felt the
Am I
hands.
so fucking
What are you
12-year-old
doing?
that I'm just fucking laughing because it sounds like the guy jizzed all over
Yeah,
himself?
until I came on to my. I thought that's until I came on myself as well. No, I
boy.
laughed about that too, and then his face was in the turf. Arg!
Arg.
Come on, ye self.
Perfect British accent it be.
Come in, ye
Hit
pie.
the high seas with me,
Jesus Christ!
Your Majesty.
so stupid.
Okay. The
All right.
Daily Mail picked up the story shortly after, and it spread across the UK.
Oh no, not the pirate.
Renowned folklore enthusiast Theo Brown, if there's one renowned folklore enthusiast, needless to say,
Oh, okay.
was staying in a caravan near the B3212 in the summer of 1924 when she had a harrowing experience. In her Devon Ghosts book, she remembered, quote, "As I looked up to the little window at the end of the caravan, I saw something moving. And as I started, I saw it was the fingers and palm of a very large hand with many hairs on the joints and the back of it." Oh, shit, burped. "Clawing up and up and... I'm sorry, just up and up is all she said. To the top of the window, which was a little open."
Okay, all right.
Okay. So I think first off, we got our description of the hand. It's a man's hand with many hairs on the joints on the back of it.
Okay.
Very large hand.
So it's a very
Yeah.
large hand with very
Hand.
hairy
Yeah.
knuckles. I'm
and
assuming.
it's clawing up to the top of the window, which was open just a very little bit.
Okay, it's gonna get its big fat sausage fingers in there, and then open it more.
I knew it wished to do harm to my husband who was sleeping below.
Dude, you're
Wow.
Oh, so he's sleeping maybe
Yeah,
in the
how
back
do
of the
you-
caravan. The fucking hairy hand is crawling up to the little
Right.
notched window, probably just big enough for it to like inch its way through.
Or it
Yeah.
skis
Of course
in.
it wants to fucking strangle your husband.
Or say hi.
Or hand
Welcome
job.
to the neighborhood.
Let's not limit its potential.
It could be a high five and a hand job.
Oh my
Just
god, that would
saying.
take two hands. Otherwise, you're wasting time.
You high five, then boom, dun, 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 dun. There you go.
Any hand that slaps my hand that
What,
instantly goes from
and
my
makes
groin
that noise?
is going to be really weird.
I mean, hey,
It's always a fucking machine gun with him.
high fives and hand jobs, dude. Come on.
I knew that the owner of the hand hated us.
Jesus, that's
Wow.
presumptuous.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really is. Theo, I mean, I know you're legendary, but come on. And wished us harm.
Wow.
And I knew it was no ordinary hand. Oh, yeah, your first guess came when? And that no blow or shot would have any power over it.
What the fuck?
All right.
You can't blow it or shoot
So
it.
so there's there's just a guy like that's on in the yard somewhere,
Right.
Whose hands can come off, and he just sent his hands.
Yep, he sent
and
his
he's
hand.
just like staring at the fucking window.
I never-
hands away.
I never-
Could you imagine, like,
It's just-
launching like Shogun Warriors? Like
Actually,
he's standing on
that's
his home.
right.
It attaches to the car,
actually
crawls
super
up the
cool.
side. There's a
Dude.
little hole, and then she knows. She's like, "Oh, no gun or lance, no javelin or glare will stop its mighty fucking
No
infiltration."
rain, no storm, no. Yeah.
It's actually super. I never thought about that. If it's just some fucking maniacal dude and he just and his hand comes
Oh,
off
if it
and
was
he's
a
just
Hong Kong
go
wizard,
kill.
they can detach
Yeah.
anything and make
Like
them
Gundams,
kill everything.
Yeah, like Gundams do that shit with the cool detachable hands. But this is some fucking phantasmagorical killer in England.
Phantasmagundam.
Phantasmagundam. That might be the name of the episode, Robert. Thank you. Thank you. You just saved me a fucking hell of a lot of work right there, my friend. Thank you very much.
Do you want to know what Theo did?
What do you do?
She made the sign of the cross, and the hand disappeared.
Oh.
Because what gun cannot lay asunder, the Lord may.
Yeah.
That's Proverbs.
The Lord Mace-under.
You started to do the sign of the cross. Now, kids, I'm like,
I know, yeah.
I'm like, what? What? Did,
yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but what did you just do? So, okay, the sign of the cross and the hand goes away.
Yeah, things got sundered.
Do you think the
Yeah.
hand is does it like whoa and just go back to the owner's
I'd like
wrist
to
and,
think
like,
that it just
hits?
suddenly like shocked, like the thing from Adam's Family,
Oh,
just
yeah,
went
they-
"Bah!" and
then it
just
runs.
like fell off and then scuttled back to
Do you
Yeah.
think
its
it
owner in
climbs
shame.
like the fucking cousin?
All
like,
disembodied hands have to.
You'd
And,
say.
am
Yeah,
I
that's
the
the
only
deal.
one that was ever scared of that as a kid?
Me,
Like
I was
No,
terrified.
the
It's
idea of
awful.
disembodied
Yeah.
hands like
Hated
coming
it.
at you, and I
Hated
never
it.
saw that Michael Caine movie, The Hand, literally, where
Oh,
he's a
yeah.
cartoonist
Mm-hmm.
and a hand kills people. I just saw commercials
It
for
sucks.
it. That's all I needed to know to fucking terrify me. And while I wasn't scared, obviously, of the Addams Family, the idea of the disembodied crawling hand was one of straight unrepentant horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I hate the thought of it.
awful.
And to this day, I mean, it's kind of spider-like. It's obviously supernatural.
That's probably
so when
why.
you add this shit to it, like I've heard of, like I said, for years, the hairy hands of Dartmoor, and I knew they like would like quick give your wheel a jerk, and then maybe you'd fucking end up splat. Maybe you'd just end up inconvenienced. Bad. But the idea that it's crawling up the window, trying to choke the life out of your sleeping husband or loved one,
maybe.
whatever, kids.
Possibly.
She's reading a lot of intention in there. You know,
She kinda is.
Theo was a little presumptive.
But I mean, you know what though? I think it's probably like we say all the time. It's better to err on the side of caution. Safety first, motherfuckers. If there's a
Fair.
disembodied hairy hand, you can't be assumed like, oh, it's here to be
But
friends
she's
with
the
me.
first
Yeah,
one
back rubs.
that implies that there is a owner of the hand somewhere, and he's just launching the hand to do his bidding.
It's kind of weird.
Right? Like
She also, this might be helping her career, honestly. She might be like, I'm a fucking folklorist, and there's
It's true. It
a man.
helps when you're writing about things if
Yeah.
one almost tried to kill your husband.
It definitely helps. For
But
sure.
I don't know. I knew it wished to do harm to my husband sleeping below. I knew that the owner of the hand. So is she implying, like Chris is saying, that the owner of the hand is a separate,
That's what I'm
full human entity, or that the owner of the
assuming.
hand is literally the devil himself inhabiting said hand? There was a movie with Stuart Whitman. Maybe I get the name right, maybe I didn't. And there was a devil hand that was being trapped by the monks in Mexico somewhere. This is like Demonoid, I think the movie was, from like 1980. And somehow the curse got broken, and the devil's hand literally is going around killing people. Is the devil in the hand, or is the devil the owner of the hand? Is the question that we're facing right now.
She would have just said it if
Yeah.
that's what she thought. Instead of saying like, the
you know,
owner.
Or maybe the owner of the hand actually keeps the hands like in a cage.
Or maybe
and they're like,
the
go.
rest of the body
And
was
they're like,
burned, like immolated and destroyed, and all
Oh,
that
but
was
the
left
hands
of the
survive.
wrath to have all the consciousness and hate and supernatural fucking attributes.
Totally.
It's fucking 5 fingers and
Just
a
the
palm.
hands. Yeah.
It could be.
But I like the idea of the caged owner.
They'd be kind of fun.
But who's caging the owner, and why is the hand doing things the owner doesn't want it to
Because
do?
the owner's like, go and murder for me. And then the hand's like, meh, fucking runs away. And
All
goes
right, who's
kill
in the
people.
cage then?
No, the hand is in. The hands are kept in a cage, and then the owner has the cage.
No, the owner would say
hands.
like maybe they're hands of like a past strangler, mass murderer or
wizard
something.
or something.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
he's got they're like an artifact.
So he has the caged hands, like in a reliquary, maybe.
Yeah,
or
like he-
something to keep it.
keeps him in a-
and
in a
the,
cage,
and
yeah.
the bejewelment of Christ keeps them at bay until he unleashes them, and then they crawl forth, and literally hell ensues.
Yeah,
Hell comes to Frogtown.
I think we just figured
And-
out
Dartmoor.
Dartmoor.
We just gave her the rest of her story here. I think
I always
Okay.
said it disappeared.
Totally.
So maybe they're phantasmagorical hands.
they've got to be
Because well, they
phantasmal,
seem to
right?
just appear, and sometimes they're invisible. But can we all agree that even though they seem to be supernatural, we wish that they were kept in cage-like reliquaries
totally,
in
yeah.
the shape of hands that
Much
are
better.
bejeweled,
That's a great movie.
and they're released,
Yeah, it's
and
way-
that they can fly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's going to be hard to catch a fucking moving vehicle unless you can fly.
Totally.
Attach yourself and then move in. That's just much better.
We want that to happen, but I think that we know the truth here is that they're phantasmagorical. Unfortunately,
Or is it that
it
this
is a
thing,
spell, I think. now
Is it
I
a
think
full?
about it.
Is it a full monster that hangs out outside of its fucking outside of your car, ape-like, say, like a supernatural devil monkey, and it can keep all of itself invisible except from the wrist to the fingertips when it indeed grips something firm enough to move it.
Is it quite
So
possible?
whenever it squeezes, the squeezy part becomes visible, be it its toes, or if
True.
it scrunches its face really hard, or in this case, when it grabs the steering wheel to kill you and your family.
or
Yeah.
if it's something reaching from another dimension to grab you.
Oh, through
And
the
then
ether.
through the veil.
The veil, yes,
Yeah,
of course.
Oh,
the
it
veil.
could, yeah. I still it's a wizard. There's a wizard behind it.
There has to be a
It's
wizard.
a spell.
Always a wizard.
Power
always a
word
spell.
hands.
Slash curse.
It's not in there, but it is now.
All right, perfect.
This is what ruined Hands Across America, for the
That's
record.
what ruined it.
Because think, they're just there for a minute. The spell only lasts a couple rounds.
Right, and
Yeah,
then you got to.
you either die or you don't.
Yep.
It's enough to whip the wheel.
Yeah.
Sometimes the kids jump out of the sidecar. Sometimes dads make it. Sometimes they don't.
R.I.P.
Sometimes the sign of the cross is given.
Yeah.
And everyone's salvationed.
Yeah.
Past tense.
It's just a maniacal conjurer
salvation.
of hands.
All right. We're not done yet.
All right, what do we got?
Another eyewitness, Florence Warwick, bless
Oh,
your heart,
boy, okay.
encountered the hairy hands in 1962.
Oh, a more current sighting.
By decades. Devon Live reported that she said, quote, "I looked up and saw a pair of huge hairy hands pressed against the windscreen." That's what they call a windshield in England.
Oh,
just
I
so you
didn't know
guys
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
"I tried to scream, but I couldn't. I was frozen with fear.
As we all would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not alone, Florence.
No.
Despite the varying tales. Oh, that's it? Come on. You don't end on that one. You end on fucking Theo. All
Yeah,
right.
you would think.
All right. It's all right. I'm not here. Hey, Charlie, you're doing a great job. I'm not here to dismiss you. Okay. Despite the varying tales, the hands are yet to be attributed to any specific purpose besides driving motorists off the road. That's interesting. Some local versions have, however, attributed them to a man who died in an accident on the road.
And the hands haunt the road?
The hands haunt the road. Because you know what? They got severed from the body. He was clenching white-knuckled the wheel, trying to stay on the road. Could not. The rest of the body died. The hands died 37 seconds later. Their ghost remains.
They went to heaven at a different... No, they didn't go to heaven. The rest of the body went to heaven. They didn't, because they died later.
They went to hell, and the devil sent them back.
Oh, shit.
When your hands go to hell...
And your body doesn't.
When your hands go
Then that's the tagline.
That's really. It should be like a brochure that you can like get at a local hotel or a church or something. When your hands go to hell, ... And you have to open up and be like, Jesus Christ!
What the fuck this is the coolest issue of Watchtower I've ever fucking read. Holy shit!
After the story appeared in the Daily Mail, investigations concluded the accidents were likely caused by the camber of the road surface. Oh, I love the word camber, which reportedly reached dangerous levels in places and was subsequently altered. Oh, I love how you try to just fucking prosaically put this in a little package of fucking physics.
Dismiss the wizard.
Oh, just little loop-de-doops on the road, little angles and wangles, and suddenly you fix them and no hairy hands.
Fucking
Fuck
wangles.
you. Science.
I think we know what they're doing here is that they don't want to have to actually put the work into going in and address the phantasmagorical killer hands.
That's
so
right.
they're like, what's happening here is an infrastructure problem, and then what they get to do is they get to bring it towards their council or whatever kind of things they have.
And get free money to fix their.
Then they get then they get the things for the road. But then as it keeps happening, they're like, oh no, we fixed the road. We don't know what the fuck's happening. It must be someone that's drunk.
Yeah.
This is how you get funding for infrastructure.
That makes sense. So you take the paranormal.
Yeah.
You abuse the privilege of it.
Yep.
You insist that it is a natural phenomenon when it is clearly an unnatural phenomenon.
Totally.
Your hands went to hell. This
There
is
you
what
go.
happens. And you make a couple bucks. People are still fucked on the road, regardless.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Oh, the wizard's on the council. They're in on.
my
They're
God.
in on it. He's a council member.
This is a long
gets-
game.
Is this how they got the funding?
Yes.
They
This is the
start the
long
hairy
game,
hands
yeah.
to get the funding, but how are they going to bilk off the funding? Because this isn't going to go to contractors?
Well, yeah, but then your buddies are the contractors, and they bid they bid shit super low, and then you're just
And those are your minions.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you get the money.
God damn, this is why I'm so glad that the Occult Laborers Union was
This
established.
is
Because this is the
exactly-
kind of fucking bullshit backdoor crap that used to go on in England from the 1920s to the
Not
1960s.
anymore.
Yeah.
And they put a kibosh
Nobody
on
knows.
that.
We know.
Yeah,
know.
we figured it out.
Yeah.
Clearly. I gotta say though, the weird hairy hands, fucking people obviously are seeing something.
Or, and people died. Like,
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, all we have is one article. Charlie Piddick, saint in my book.
This is not saying that you could not spice this up and give us a hairy
People have
hands
spiced it.
article in 2023. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know if we are ever going to need to revisit the hairy hands. But I will say this. I would love to say read a more extensive interview with the daughters, because that's the problem with accounts like this. They got published in local papers. I'm taking a serious tone for a second here. They ended up in 1,000 paperbacks, half a dozen of which I own and have read the case like over and over again. I've read this case. Yeah. Everything gets lost. But if you met like two girls, like say, granted the case happened in the 20s, so it'd be forever. But say you met them in their 60s. And you were able to like interview and be like, what did you really see? Did Dad just lose control? Had he had a couple of drinks at the club? Was he giving you a ride home? What was going on? And then you really break it down. No, this shit happened. We really saw this. It was terrifying. He was struggling against something preternatural. That lends a lot of credibility. There's no way to do any of this.
Yeah.
Right.
Because names are sketchy. Everything's sketchy. And apparently there hasn't been a hairy hand sighting, thankfully, in many a decade.
Might have to dig into Reddit. There might be something on there. You never know.
But that having been said, obviously, wizards. Obviously caged hands.
Yeah.
And I think one hand is a little more evil than the other. And I think one hand is probably hairier than the other. I think there's the hand that kills and the hand that fucking maims. I think there's the hand that fucking has a bloodlust forever. And there's a hand that's like, I have to do what the wizard says. I don't want this necessarily. I'm the hand that should have gone to heaven, but I didn't. So I'm the hand that does the dirty stuff but doesn't like it. And this other hand's like, I touch dicks, I fucking kill people, I eat babies, I do whatever. we all know it's a sin. We went to fucking Catholic school.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
I just meant define what you mean by touch dicks.
You guys got a lot of Catholic guilt around touching your dicks.
Not at all.
No, yeah,
oh,
I
no,
know.
if
I
I
never
have
did.
Catholic
Making
guilt
sure,
around
just
touching
making
my
sure.
dick, oh my God, I wouldn't
I
be able to live
never
with
once
myself.
confessed
No.
touching my dick
That'd be
once.
weird.
because it always felt fucking weird.
Touching your dick or confessing to it?
No,
Yeah,
it's thinking
both?
that you have to confess to a
Oh
priest.
yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm not
well,
gonna.
yeah, no, nobody wants to do
and this
that.
is before we knew, priests, the deal. But fucking back then, I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, and I self-abused myself for pleasure while thinking about classmates or something.
You could have
No.
blamed the devil in the hairy hands.
Yeah, but I didn't know at the time. Also, it's
shit.
nobody's business what I do with my dick. It's
Yeah.
mine.
I mean, I'm okay with whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
It
I've
doesn't
never
matter
felt
to me.
masturbatory guilt ever.
Okay, just
No.
making sure.
No.
I just want to make sure that you guys are okay.
Dude,
That's
you'd be
it.
surprised like how much of it lasts and how much of it doesn't. Like there are lingering artifacts of demonology and this whole idea of black and white forces that are warring that are, in my mind, I can only speak for myself, that exist as a construct but not necessarily as a day-to-day belief. But the minutia of like bullshit that they used to force feed us every day
Oh, yeah,
went
for
over
sure.
like fucking water off a duck's ass for most of the part for me, because
good.
if it didn't apply to my day-to-day life, I don't give fucks. And I didn't give fucks back then either.
The hairy hands.
So hairy hands,
they're gonna get you.
it's a happy ending to a bad place.
There it is.
Right.
Be careful out there in Dartmoor when you're on the road, and watch out for them big old hairy hands. The piece of art that actually accompanies this article is pretty.
The one where
It's pretty
Theo
fun.
Brown is being chased on
It's
a
actually
bike.
pretty fun, yeah. Yeah, because it's just this enormous fucking pair of hairy hands.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Man,
I
they
love
are
it.
colossal. They're Hulk hands.
No, they're huge,
They're
100%.
giant Bigfoot hands
Yeah,
tormenting
totally.
a random lady.
I love it.
Are you going to use that illustration?
I put the links in the articles on Patreon, so
There it is.
it should it's available to everyone to check out. So there you have it. So there
Yeah.
it is. Thank you all so very much. The Cryptonaut Podcast Patreon edition. Beware of those hairy hands and watch out for super cool haunted villages where the people that live there don't like the fact that it's super cool and haunted.
What if you brought the hairy
I know,
hands
right?
to like Frightener's Corner?
Yeah,
or
dude.
Screaming Hills. I've already forgotten all the names.
Screaming Woods?
It was
and-
Fright Corner
Fright
and Screaming
Corner,
Woods, I
Screaming
think.
Bloodcock Manor.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was a good one.
There was. Yes, thank you all so very much. Patreon, you all are just doing the Dark One's work over here by supporting us. We fucking appreciate it so very much. Tied to your Patreon tier, there is a Discord bonus access that will get you into, and obviously this is going out to the $5 tier. So the $1 tier people aren't going to hear this, but every tier gets access to the Discord. So be sure to check that out. When you sign up, you would have received an email with a way to connect together. For some reason you're having an issue, let me know. I can get you a direct link to connect yourself back up there and do that. Because
Do we have big fun with Discord coming up?
Yes, the Discord. We actually, I'm going to be talking with some of our mods over there this week. What up? About some events that they're going to be happening. So
I'm excited.
yeah, no, it's going to be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Doing things,
pretty
doing
stoked
things.
I do
on
like
it.
interactive things. Obviously, I'm a recluse, and I spend time with two of my dearest friends here once a week, and other people. It's a short list, but I really do look forward to hanging out with our peeps that,
Yeah,
that are
totally.
listeners.
Yeah,
Oddly enough, that's when I stopped being a fucking hermit, and I'm like, let's fucking do this. Let's
Yeah.
hang out. Let's talk shit.
So be sure to jump on the Discord and check that out. You already are all, doing the support and the social medias and the T-shirts and whatnot. But actually, I mentioned this on the first pod, on our regular pod. They'll be here tomorrow. I'll mention it here. HellerSpace.com, the T-shirts. Public offers a holy shirt guarantee. So if you have any issues with your merch, they will replace it. I have used it myself.
Hell
recently.
yeah. No,
So-
if you're
Yeah.
going to pay for it, get it right.
Yeah, and if something happens to it, be sure to get it right and always let us know that you're going to be doing it so we can give you a hand. We have a rep that can make the process go quicker. It's
Do
always
we
hard.
have new designs? Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have the Heather Space Fiend, which we've not yet gotten sued yet.
Not yet.
No, we're not. We haven't been sued yet.
Which shows that we're subpar celebrities still.
Nah, we're still there. We're still there. I may have incorporated the Crimson Ghost wearing one of our hoodies into one of our advertisements, and then I recreated that Photoshop with myself for Halloween wearing the Cryptonaut hoodie and the Crimson Ghost. So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's ours now.
So it's a matter of time.
I think he's ours.
Yeah.
I think he's ours.
Well,
He's technically
I
public
mean,
domain.
He was redrawn to a degree from a public domain image.
Well, he might be ours now. Heller
Yeah,
Space
no,
Fiend.
I'm willing to say it's ours.
I think-
I worked hard on modifying that image slightly.
Yeah, there we go. Well, there it is. Be sure to check all those out again. Hellerspace.com.
I'm not comfortable saying that.
Well, I don't think Danzig's going to. Jerry only will 100% fucking sue us. I don't think Doug.
What? He's just going to slide his way over here on his knees?
Yeah, probably.
Across the country? There's just sightings of him fucking...
Yeah, exactly. If you've not had the glory of seeing the Misfits live, Jerry only slides across the stage on his knees. I don't think he actually stands. He just slides across the stage on his knees.
No, he's a gliding entity. And he's the hairy knees of Dartmoor.
He has at least 19 to 32 bases in the back. I don't know if you noticed that. The back rig for the Misfits, how many bases were back there? All sort of a little bit different, but still just changing bases out, playing, then sliding across the stage and sliding back.
Doyle had a shitload of guitars. That's just because he's not really playing and he just breaks strings.
Yeah. True.
By moving his arm,
yes,
and he has to give that one away and put a new one on.
He does
just to not play, so the guy hiding behind the pumpkin can really play all the fucking songs.
Yes, that was unfortunately a part of the show that Chris pointed out to me, and then I agreed that yes, in fact, Doyle is just beating the ever living fuck out of his guitar, and then the other dude, I forget his name, AC Spade or whatever, is fucking the Ace of Spades is playing the guitar and fucking and making them sound good. As Dave Lombardo is playing drums, and our buddy Glenn Danzig is
so funny.
Belting everything out. Thank you all so very much, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Later,
tater.
We're just gonna keep Halloween going into Christmas, right, Rob? You're gonna help.
Halloween never stops.
You're gonna help me out here,
dude. I love every bit of it. I love every second of it.
We can incorporate.
Autumn is still here.
It is.
Halloween never leaves us.
We can incorporate it. I think through. We can spear Thanksgiving with it.
I think we can.
I always kind of do.
You can definitely impale a pilgrim with the Halloween spirit.
Get the pumpkin and just shove it right into the fucking turkey.
Because it's still got pumpkins galore.
Exactly.
A cornucopia is meant to be horrible.
Yeah, and then if we just take that,
for sure.
If you get that pumpkin that you shoved into the fucking turkey and you just throw it at the Christmas tree and you kind of like turducken the whole fucking thing, I think that's how you incorporate Halloween into Christmas properly.
We do need to, let Halloween just rest for a little bit and let Christmas pretend it wins for a minute, because that means the sweet victory of its usurping is more acute when it actually believes it won and then it finds out, oh no.
Oh, yeah, I let it believe it wins for like a week.
You have to.
Okay,
you have to let Christmas believe it has won the season for a week.
Just for a week.
Just for a week. Okay.
And then Halloween comes back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Nice. That stabs Santa Claus.
It does what it wants. I'm not here to tell Halloween what to do. I'm just here to look into Christmas's eyes when it knows yet again another year's gone by and you've lost.
When the life leaves
you
its
thought
eyes.
You won and you lost.
You thought you won.
You did.
I was waiting for the finish. Nice.
And for all our Christian fans, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I know. All right, geez.
We'll be talking to you. Peace. Bye.